Question number 6 in the exercise 2.4. The question is, find the condition that if one of the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 may be the negative of the other, second choice, the thrice the other, third one, the reciprocal of the other. Okay. So now if we consider alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, then the sum of the roots alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, we know that. Okay. And product of the roots alpha beta equal to c by a, it is well known thing. Okay. So first subdivision, one of the roots is the negative of other. Okay. So if alpha is the one of the root, then if alpha is the first root, then beta equal to minus alpha, negative means minus alpha. So what we get using this one, it is as 2. So which 1 implies alpha minus alpha equal to minus a. So it is 0. Okay. So b equal to 0. This is the condition. B equal to 0 is the condition where one of the root is the negative of the other. Are you clear? The second one of the roots is thrice the other. That means beta equal to 3 alpha. So alpha plus 3 alpha, 1 implies alpha plus 3 alpha equal to minus b by a. So 4 alpha equal to minus b by a. So alpha equal to minus b by 4a. Okay. So 2 implies alpha into 3 alpha. 3 alpha square. Okay. Put beta equal to 3 alpha. So 3 alpha square equal to c by a. So put alpha value here. So 3 into square of the negative term positive. B square by 16 a square equal to c by a. So a square cancel. Okay. So what we get? 3b square equal to 16 ac. So 3b square equal to 16 ac is the condition for one of the roots is thrice the other. Third one, write that condition. One of the root is reciprocal of the other. That means if we consider alpha is the first root, then beta equal to 1 by alpha. Okay. So take the 2, that is easy. 2 implies alpha into 1 by alpha equal to c by a. Okay. So c equal to a, which is the condition to one of the roots is the reciprocal of the other. Question number 7 in the exercise 2.4. The question is, if the equations x square minus ax plus b equal to 0 and x square minus ex plus f equal to 0 have one root in common and the second equation has equal roots, then prove that a into e equal to 2 into b plus f. This is our aim to prove. Okay. So suppose let alpha and beta are the, take it as 1 and 2, roots of equation, okay, 1, okay, and let alpha and beta be the roots of equation 1 and alpha be the common root. Okay. So which imply the roots of second equation are alpha and alpha. Okay, because here given that real and equal roots. Okay. So from the first equation we are getting sum of the roots alpha plus beta equal to, so a equal to 1, b equal to minus a, c equal to b. Okay. So alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Okay, so minus b by a. So alpha plus beta equal to what is in the place of minus a. So okay, so a by 1. Okay, and the product of the roots alpha beta equal to c by a. Okay, so if c by a which is equal to b by 1p, so alpha beta equal to b, keep that one. Similarly here sum of the roots means alpha plus alpha equal to minus b by a, so that is e. So 2 alpha equal to e. Okay, 2 alpha equal to e. Similarly product of the roots means alpha into alpha equal to f, c by a. So alpha square equal to f. Okay, now keep that value. Our aim is to prove a into e equal to 2 times b plus f. So consider that one. Take the LHS a into e. So what is a? Alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta. Okay, one what is e? Okay, and so 2 alpha equal to e. So 2 alpha. So multiply 2 alpha square plus 2. Okay, you can take 2 outside. 2 into alpha square plus alpha beta. So 2 times what is alpha square? F plus what is alpha beta? B. So that is RHS. So a into e equal to 2 times b plus f. That is our aim. 8 in the exercise 2.4. The question is discuss the nature of the roots of the following equations. There are 3 subdivisions. So we can discuss the nature with respect to the discriminant value b square minus 4ac. Okay, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then the roots are real and unequal. If equal to 0, roots are real and equal, and less than 0 means no real roots. Okay, so here a equal to minus 1, or if you want to multiply and take the sign, b equal to 3, c equal to 1. So b square minus 4ac equal to, so 9 minus of 4 into minus 1, so 13, which is greater than 0. So therefore the roots are real and distinct. You can write real and distinct or real and unequal. Okay, similarly here a equal to 4, b equal to minus 1, c equal to minus 2. So the discriminant value b square minus 4ac equal to, so what is that? 1 minus of 4 into minus 1 into minus 2. Okay, a equal to b equal to 1, so a is 4. Okay, so 4 into minus 2 minus 8, so 1 plus 32, so we are getting 33, so which is greater than 0. Again the same answer, the roots are real and distinct. Okay, third one, a equal to 9, b equal to 5, c equal to 0. So b square minus 4ac is equal to 25 minus 0, 25. So which is greater than 0. Again the same answer, the roots are real and distinct. Question number 9 in the exercise 2.4. The question is, without sketching the graph of the function, find whether the graphs intersect x-axis or not. Okay, if so, find how many points. Okay, so there are 3 subdivisions. Again we can decide with respect to the discriminant value b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, the graph intersects the x-axis at 2 points. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the graph touches x-axis at 1 point. Okay, if b square minus 4ac less than 0, it never intersect x-axis. Okay, so first we can find out here a equal to 1, b equal to 1, c equal to 2. So b square minus 4ac. Okay. So 1 minus of 4 into 2. So 1 minus 8 minus 7, which is less than 0. The graph of the function, okay, does not intersect x-axis. Okay, so the value is negative, therefore the graph of the function does not intersect x-axis, okay, or never intersect. Okay. Second, here a equal to 1, b equal to minus 3, c equal to minus 7. So b square minus 4ac. So minus 3 the whole square 9 minus 4 into 1 into minus 7. Okay. So 9 plus 28. So 37, which is greater than 0. So the graph of the function intersects the x-axis at two distinct points. The graph of the function intersect x-axis at 2 points. Okay. So third one, here a value is 1, b value 6, c value 9. So b square minus 4ac. So 36 minus 4 into 9 minus 36, 0. So b square minus 4ac 0. Therefore the graph of the function touches x-axis at 1 point. Okay. So or meets x-axis at 1 point. If you want, you can write the graph of the function touches x-axis at 1 point. Touches x-axis at 1 point. Okay. So that is the solution of the third one. Write f of x equal to x square plus 5x plus 4 in the completed square form. Okay. So for that one, just look at the first and second term. So compare with a plus b the whole square. So what is that? A square plus 2ab plus b square. So it is here, assume a equal to x. Okay. And what is in the place of 2b? Okay. So 2b equal to 5. Just compare with the general one. In the place of 2b, we have 5. So b equal to 5 by 2. So we need b square and add and subtract 5 by 2 the whole square. So x square plus 5x plus 5 by 2 the whole square minus 5 by 2 the whole square. So if we add and subtract a particular value, the value is unaltered. Okay. So first three terms, a square plus 2ab plus b square, it is of the form a plus b the whole square. Don't make any mistake. A is x and b is 5 by 2. So x plus 5 by 2 the whole square. Here minus of 25 by 4 plus 4. So x plus 5 by 2 the whole square. Take the LCM. Okay. Minus 25 plus 16 by 4. So x plus 5 by 2 the whole square minus 9 by 4. Okay. So x plus 5 by 2 the whole square minus, it can be written as 3 by 2 the whole square. So now we completed as a square.